All right, best of one here. We're going to see which agents they choose. And remember, Mostly Harmless do have another game to play right after this, so that can be taken into account in terms of, we can get a little bit of info about them just like we got from Casuals yesterday. I'm really excited to see, by the way, the matchup between Mostly Harmless and Casuals when it comes up, because I think those might be our two top contenders. But we do see Ongline. Look at that.
Well, on the Rays,
The classic Rays from Ongline, the classic Jet from Ian. This is a pretty standard team composition coming in from Mostly Harmless, and they are dangerous as hell on it. But there you go, Zach. Your dream's coming true, and Astra has been picked up by Marco.
exactly. We got Astra Sage,
Mm-hmm.
Killjoy, Sova, and Rays on 6
Mm-hmm.
Playground. I actually do like that team composition. I feel like Sage is kind of essential at this point on this
Sure.
map. She's a lot of utility, a lot you can play around. Sova as well, just having a lot of spots you have to check. Sova with the info is
Mm-hmm.
super important. So I'm super excited to see that. With with Mostly Harmless, it's just that's pretty much the comp they ran all last year. They had their Omen, they
Yep.
had their Jet, they had their Rays. So I mean, I'm not expecting anything exactly out of the ordinary from them. You go and see Ongline bouncing around using his satchels really well. You're gonna see you're gonna see Dizzy with his good arrows. You're gonna see the good smokes, team play. So I'm excited to see
Yep.
this. So I'm always
Yeah,
excited to see Ongline.
Ian, like arguably the best opper in our entire league last
Gosh.
season. Just so insane. Like some of the most ridiculous highlight plays we saw all season. But yeah, they're a really exciting team. Six Playgrounds got their work cut out for them, that's for sure. But even though Six Playground did kind of get blown out yesterday, it wasn't for lack of, making some really good attempts at some of those rounds. It came down very close against players who are probably the equal in terms of rank of some of these players. Here's Ongline trying to get aggressive and actually gets picked off by Marco right off the bat, going for an early peek there. And now that's going to give Six Playground the go-ahead to hit the A site. Dizzy still is playing behind the smoke, but this is a one-way from the Astra. Gonna have trouble with that, so sends out the drone instead. Here's Dizzy taking out the Roomba, and actually Rich takes out React, so we got a 5v3 off the bat.
That's really insane. They got 2 picks right off the bat, playing smart. Only got a little aggressive, but I mean, that's to be expected on Icebox. Get some info. 3 peeking, but... Oh, we got an ice wall right here already.
Yeah, the wall not going to be shot out. Very difficult to take that out early with pistols, and so they're going to get the plant down for free and get a really nice setup. Like, this is so hard to retake, even for players as good as these three. But here comes Streets going for a flank. Let's see if Streets can find Rich. Gets hit there. Tries to trade a couple of bullets back and forth, but in the end he's going to have to back off and gets double peek. Streets does manage to get one, and Ian as well gets one. The defuse is coming through. Are they going to be able to get it? Oh no! The stick comes in, and how is it possible that they won that round? All players committed to the flank and just left the bomb completely open.
That's really unfortunate. They had such a clear route. Six Playground played that perfectly. They had a good swing on the guy in the back. They didn't have anyone watching the bomb. If they planned a little bit more, to the left, they could have been able to see it from the back rafters there. But just not the greatest angle for them. But that was just unfortunate.
Heartbreak there for Six Playground, that's for sure. And yeah, they just they had a triple peek over on the flanker, and just left the spike completely unattended there. Too bad about that, but that is going to be 1-0 for Mostly Harmless. And once again, it's Ian this time actually pushing up. Ian gets taken out. There we go. An opening once again from Six Playground. Ongline gonna have to back off of there, but nice one dig there from Aim It. Beautiful shot. That's gonna completely open up the site. Actually, there is still Dizzy playing the same position as last time. I do know the locations of those two players.
Let's see if they
oh, Dizzy, no way. Randomly sprays down 2 with an SMG. Still a 3v2.
Let's see if they commit to the site or commit to a rotate here. I personally commit to the rotate. They rotated really fast last time, and they are committing to the rotate. So very smart from Six Playground. Understanding what happened last round, trying to mix it up. So good for them.
Yeah, they're gonna have to sprint here in order to reach before React does over going to the back site. React has an SMG, so pretty difficult to make it work from this angle, but we've already seen from Dizzy it is possible. And Aim It almost got timing there, but doesn't quite get caught. React gets a couple of hits, but once again we've got a plant going down. And
it's really important how they play now, so yeah, it should be interesting to see what happens on this post plant. So Six Playground kind of has to play together, play crossfires. They have SMGs, Getting, ooh, got a little aggressive from aim it there.
Yeah. Ooh, there's React trying to get another long-range shot, taking down that tower turret.
The thing about this, though, is that 6 Playground, both players are completely low here. Half health or lower, so it should be... Oh.
Here's the push. Streets has to check the right angles. Goes around, and that is the crossfire. But actually, Rich pulls out the headshot. Didn't even need the help of his teammate. Great round there from 6 Playground. They equalize. 6
Playground with a great eco round, just in general, really good job. They play the pistols really well. Aim at getting a nice, you know, 1 dig on a couple players here. Just a really good job, honestly. Eco rounds are really hard to win against SMGs.
Yeah.
They play it perfectly on site. Got a couple picks, rotated out. So, I mean, kudos to them. They play that very smart.
Yeah, and yeah, like you said, you know, that they forced up mostly Harmless, so they're gonna have to go on to pistols here, and rifles over on the side of 6 Playground, who took the save. So now they have a very good chance of getting another one here. Rasa moving up close, and this time much more passive.
Dizzy's super aggressive on mid already. Oh my goodness, look at him go.
Dizzy.
That's a lot of info.
Yeah, Dizzy has so much map control here, and there's Ian up at mid, but Rich does find the pick. Will they be able to check Ian on the flank is the question.
You should run.
Got a Killjoy turret there. Oh, Killjoy ultimate coming down. They're going to watch for this jet pushing it behind. Now they have to make a decision here whether to commit or to back off and try to get this flanker. I'm not sure exactly. They're sending 2 to see if they can scout out Dizzy. Ult goes down.
That Ian is... might be here, but look at the angle. Ian finds one, sees the player in nest, and now it's going to get a ridiculous flank here. There goes Ian with 1. It's called out. Going to get 3 for Ian. Unreal flank coming in from him, and just a little bit of miscommunication on that. It is only Killjoy remaining. There is the grenade coming out, and actually another one gets put down. Did that one get shot out? I didn't see whether Dizzy managed to hit that. But Rich does have an opportunity there. And the bomb gonna spam through, gets him off. Oh, Rich with the clutch. Man, this is close. These rounds are all coming down to the wire, but Rich with the double kill at the end to get them off the bomb, and 6 Playground will go up 2-1.
Absolutely, that was a really good job by honestly both teams. Dizzy with the flank getting that triple kill was insane, and Rich with the spray through trying to hit the guy on the bomb ends up hitting the Omen through the smoke and doesn't even know it before the smoke disappears. So great job by Rich, great post plants with the nades, and just great by 6 Player. They're looking really, you know, cemented in what they're doing on a push compared to yesterday. It looks like they're communicating better, they're swinging together, so it's really good to see.
Icebox is their map. There's Ian with a pick though, and yeah, you know what we learned last season is if you peek into Ian, you almost always die. There is the res though, and so it's going to be brought back up to a 5 versus 5, and the passive hold on A. Rich trying to get more info, but there's 3 players now who are covering this site. On Gline with a headshot angle here. Both Sova drones passing each other, ships in the night. Now here comes Ian again. He's taken more down from that angle, and there's On Gline as well to open up. As the jumps grabs On Gline, but Ian is in such a dangerous spot here. I mean, every spot is dangerous when he's in it, and there he goes. But actually, Papi Rasa does manage to trade. Now it's a 3 versus 2. Here's Streets on the flank. So powerful of a position. Rasa goes down to it. Now there's almost nothing that Marco can do, and indeed, Streets takes him down.
Oh boy, this is gonna... So what I don't like about what has happened there, you know, you get early info at the op is there. At that point, I think you should just, you know, play a default, rotate off, get more map info, even try to force the jet to rotate off. So you guys, if you want to take it, you have to force him off, maybe force him to come mid, force him to rotate off. But if he's there and you don't, you know, try to do something about it and make him rotate off or make pressure somewhere else, then it's most likely going to be very hard to see where he is. There's so many angles for an operator. There's so many little things you can't really check unless you're exposed to somewhere else. So yeah,
you can't check everything. That is the terror of the A site. And at this point, like you say, default is sort of more of the approach here from the attackers. But Streets coming out of the tube, and what a great shot there on Master Jumps. That's just so good. Now going to probably wall off the tube. if he is aware of anything. React on an angle here to catch any B pushers. And maybe they're considering heading up mid. They're just all grouped up here looking for picks. Yep, he's never missing that. Not in a million years. And that's going to be a 5 versus 3 off the bat.
Ian with the op is just, honestly, it's hard to peek into him and survive. You know, walk peeking is pretty much a guaranteed death. It looks like they're making their way to B side here on long. React is going to be holding it, but also Ian's around here, so it's going to be very difficult if they go. Oh, they're going back towards. I don't know what they're doing. I'm going to be completely honest. You know, they're
a little indecisive. Yeah. Hard to say. And they, you know, remember they are on less than ideal weaponry here, with a couple of them just holding a pistol. Marco goes for the smokes.
Smokes go down. They're committing. Oh, Silva jumps out while sending the drones.
Yeah.
Not good.
Here's the hit. Yeah, not good, but doesn't get punished. There's Streets trying to spam through. There's only 8 seconds left in the round. Ian's getting 1. On Glide comes in for another one and another 2. And that's a flawless one from mostly Harmless, who, well, you know, the aim duels are almost always going to go their way, it seems.
Exactly. I mean, Ian's doing amazing right now. He's got 10 frags. He's kind of just putting in the work, getting 2-3 kills around. You have Rich on the other team with 8 kills. He's been putting in a great amount of effort in post plant. So I mean, if they get the bomb down, they have a good amount of people alive. I feel like you know they can take it. Just getting on the site, getting that plant's going to be very important for a 6th playground.
Definitely. And yeah, you can see they do have the capability to win these rounds and get these entries, but a little bit less aggression, a little more respect being paid now by mostly Harmless. And Streets once again has that resurrection available. Peeks out, gets a couple of shots, heals up.
It's a really interesting wall there. It's like, you know, you fake the wall in 2, but you can still sneak past it, so they're not paying attention. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's really, it's an interesting one. Like you said, common one is to wall off tube completely in that sort of horizontal fashion. Here's the smoke from React. Gonna peek in. That's a one-way, and React, what a shot there on Rich down the lane. Want to try to peek out into another player, and little as he knows, Crosshair's directly on the Sage on the other side, but not going to see anything there. But that Sage, by the way, is holding the spike, and so it looks like B might be the plan here.
Oh, on line gets
just
a double
randomly.
kill.
Well, how does he do this, man? Just like randomly gets a bunch of kills out of nowhere in so many different rounds. But the plant does go down, so at least the money's available for that. There's React, checks the one player and continues to peek, but actually gets traded, so it's Marco available to defend this bomb. Very, very difficult situation here. Misses the first, does manage to get the shot. And so many players pushing him. Marco, almost nothing he can do. Tries to pull them in, but not able to clutch it out. So that's going to be a 4th for mostly Harmless.
I really like what 6th Playground did there, sending their guys towards A. I feel like it's just slightly too heavy of a commit. They kind of died in your pipes instead of, you know, making noise, throwing some util out from afar, trying to stay safe and rotating. That double kill, I feel like, you know, if Ongline wasn't able to get those 2 kills.
Where did it even happen?
it happened right on A side, just on pipes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think Ongline was holding either off angle or something around there, but
sure.
Either way, 6th Playground's still playing really well. It's just, again, the tiniest thing. Sending one person to lurk probably would have been beneficial to them more, but I still have faith they're gonna, you know, take some more rounds before the half is over. They're playing extremely well, so I think A site is their bread and butter. So let's see if they go back to that.
Yeah, and their team definitely pretty strong at defending with both the Killjoy and the Sage in their composition. Amit gonna take down that bot, and they're going back towards A, where there are 2 players for now, but more posturing towards it, and yet now the rotation does come in from the Sova. Here's Ongline getting aggressive once again, getting antsy. Ongline wants some action. That is going to spot a couple of players. Here comes the showstopper, does manage to grab Rich, and there's Ian backing him up with the op. Ongline gets down to 5 HP, but doesn't die, and there's Dizzy trying to cover for him, and yeah, Ongline manages to get away. Unreal there to get that amount of pressure without dying, but it's a 5 versus 3 now, and the attackers are heading back towards B, where React is already there to meet them overhead Yellow, look at this. React, yeah, just read them like a book and is totally ready for this push. But if they take him down, the other rotators are not close. Here they come. First peek coming out right now. There is the spam. Gonna peek once again. There is another one. React gets 2. That's probably gonna be enough as Marco is once again left in a 1v4 and goes down to the first peeker. So that's gonna be 5-2 for Mostly Harmless.
Really done. I mean, really good job done by Mostly Harmless. They're playing really good defense. I mean, at this point, all they're doing is just saying, hey, you know, they want to commit to A, react, just sit on B site. They'll either rotate all the way around, like through spawn, like they've been doing. You can just pick them off. That's pretty much their game plan here is what it's looking like. They're stacking, you know, 3 on A site. They're having 1 mid. I feel like, you know, switching it up, having 2 lurk mid, 3 lurk mid, and kind of getting some more info on the map would be beneficial to 6 Playground because they all stack A site. And Mostly Harmless gets info that they're not anywhere else. It's going to be easy for them to push up and get some kills here. And online, already getting aggressive. Going up,
man! Come on Gline with 3 kills off the bat and finally is taken down, but the full house with 2-piece for Dizzy. And yeah, dude, it's just so hard to take these sites. Gline showing that MVP performance that we saw from last season already in the first map. No mercy for the defender's side of Mostly Harmless.
Yeah, 6 Playground, again, just spread out a little bit, play a little bit slower. You know, maybe if someone opts on their team, they can pull out an operator, save up for that, get some more pressure. But again, just stacking A, pushing as a whole unit sometimes doesn't work, and it's showing, especially with them stacking a site. So if they're gonna stack somewhere, I feel like, you know, mid or B would kind of be the play at this point.
React peeking out here. Actually uses the ultimate. Where is he going? Goes over. Oh no. He goes right to their spawn and gets right behind them. This is unreal. Here comes Streets. Gonna try to break the wall. The spike does get planted and it's 5 players alive for both teams still, but this flank is so key. There's React. 1 and 2. Gonna push through. Gets 3. There's Rich finally trading it out, but React has already done the damage he needs to do, and here come Dizzy and Ian. There's Marco going down, and it's only 1 player remaining. Fuse is going to be stuck. There's Rich. Does manage to put the grenade down, but gets taken out by Ongline after running out of bullets. And man, what a crazy play for the Omen to ult directly behind the defenders as soon as they push out.
I really like that play, honestly, by 6 Playground. And honestly, pushing B was a smart play. Just unfortunate from the Omen TP, just absolutely.
What is that? Like,
just,
oh man, that is...
Yeah, with the Omen changes with this TP where you can't hear it as far as just, it's really strong now, be able to teleport close behind them, reacts with a heads up play. Just, they're pushing, teleport behind them, go for the flank, my team's got the front, and you know, just pretty much sweeping them up at that point.
Yeah, perfect. After those 2 kills went down, it was just absolute bedlam over on the B site, and not in 6 Playground's favor, that's for sure. They definitely weren't on recess in that round. Here is the op from Ian up in Nest. And A is the site being hit. If Amit decides to peek out, he's probably not long for this world. And there we go.
Spike down A.
And they're gonna start learning. No more walk peeking. He goes for another shot, misses that one. Stop that. Ian is just everywhere, but actually getting spammed through. Goes 77. There's Poppy Rasa getting a pick from Ian. What a flick. And Dizzy out of nowhere. 3 last kills. Just a shock dart and a couple of headshots for Dizzy, showing that every single member of this team is a threat. And that brings him to 8-2.
It's just crazy how 6 Playground just has potential to win these rounds, but like getting picked by an op early stops them in their tracks. You know, they get like, okay, we gotta look out for this op, and someone pushes up close, and then that happens. They're like, oh, there's someone down low. Then Ian pops back up, gets another op kill. Like, it's just, you know, you gotta really start using you gotta use the whole entire map, just not one part at the early. You have a whole round to play out. Just take your time. You know, get more info on the map and see what you can do. You have 1 minute and 40 seconds to do that. So, you know, being hasty and just pushing onto A side isn't working in their favor. So you need to switch it up a bit.
Not working for the last few rounds anyway, and now it is going to be Dizzy pushing up towards mid. Has done this a couple times, but could get into a contact with Amit here, who is right on the other side. Drone is going to spot the Sage, and it will spot the Killjoy. Actually, didn't spot the Sage, and only the Killjoy, but there we go. The Sage is nothing to worry about anymore as Streets takes him down from underneath a tube.
Look at this angle on the smoke.
Yeah, there we go. But, oh, Rich actually gets the better of him. Rich looking really good so far, even despite his team going down a few rounds. Nice, crisp aim there to take out Dizzy on that angle. And here's the Killjoy ultimate locked
Is he
down.
gonna go with his ult, maybe?
Yeah, Ongline has the showstopper available. Decides not to take it down, and they're just gonna give the silent play retake instead. Ooh, actually, Sage got detained there, but Ongline, man, how does he pull these headshots out of nowhere? There's Rasa to trade.
Oh, Marco with a nice pick.
Marco, but Ian just finds this weird little angle there into Nest. Now it is Poppy Rasa. Ooh, Poppy Rasa does find one. Gonna have to peek out. Poppy Rasa gets another one. The ultimate's available, but the defuse was stuck, and Poppy Rasa had a great opportunity and a couple of nice kills, but didn't manage to find the last, and that's gonna be 9-2.
It's crazy how good CECS Playground is doing a post plant 1v4, and he almost pulls it off pretty much there. But again, it's just having enough people alive, getting to the site, and getting that post plant down, post plant setup. They're all doing a great job on that part, just getting there, you know, making sure that if the jet isn't there, get info, you know, push up, do a jiggle peek. If the jet is there with the op, you know, maybe rotate off, you know, spread out a bit. If she's not there, then maybe start pushing up. I feel like that's the only thing stopping them in the tracks is Ian with that jet at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Ian just a brick wall on that A site, just dashing everywhere, finding a different angle every single time. So difficult to deal with. Here's Rich looking for any aggressiveness, which he has been Ongline's bread and butter so far over on this site. Here's Ian. Of course, he would try to flank with the op. He's going to run into this Killjoy tower, and so that's going to be.
Ooh,
oh, actually, it's not up right now, not in range.
ally.
There we go. Now it is because Rich got revived. Gonna go in. Ian, 46 HP. There we go. Ian with a rare miss and gets punished. That's gonna be a 5 versus 4 with 53 seconds left on the clock. Definitely a possibility.
At this point, CECS Playground needs to just think here. Okay, they know we're here. Oh,
hang on.
Showstopper
coming in. Marco goes down. And Ongline tries to peek out again, but a nice timing by Rich gets him when he's not looking, and that's going to be a 4 versus 3. Here's Dizzy. Does manage to find an angle, and there's Rasa to trade. So that's a 3 versus 2. They're playing this very well, CECS Playground, but they need to use their time wisely. Here's Streets with 2, though, to shut down this attack. And it looked good for CECS Playground, taking out the fraggers, but Streets just handles it all on his own.
Spike down A.
About to say they should have, you know, decided where they're going. They made a good play, Omen TPs, but that was just a really nice angle to see by Streets, time behind the box, a little headshot angle. So well done by Streets. I mean, he just had the better play at that moment, so nothing you can really do about that.
Exactly. So that's going to be Streets crushing their hopes and dreams to get one more round in that half, and it's a 10-2 half in the end on Icebox here. Now, mostly Harmless being put onto the attack, and yet look at the scores there, man. It's just so good all across the board for mostly Harmless. 9 frags on Dizzy, the lowest, and they're all within 6. So you know, they're all contributing, all dangerous wherever they're playing. Ian actually, oh wow, gets headshot from Snowman there. Nice shot from the defender. They are going to be aware of a couple of players here.
Let's see how I'm interested to see how mostly Harmless plays. I've never seen them play on Icebox before, so yeah, I don't know exactly their tactics and how they do things. But mid control, definitely a super beneficial thing to Ian right now. Getting a lot of info. Yeah,
a lot of info. Very aggressive here. Here comes Amit. Gets the headshot. Nice shot there by Amit, but Ongline takes out Master Jumps on the other side. So it is 4 versus 4. There is the Omen taking out. That's React taking out the enemy Sova, and now Marco has to wait for his team before he chooses to retake. Gonna spam through. A nice shot by Marco through the wall. Grabs React. And looking for more. The Sage wall has gone up. Here's the shock dart. It didn't hit Amit, so they're going to be able to get close into the site. 3 versus 3 retake here. Amit going to come out and try to play off his friend. There is the player. 1 for 1. Streets and Rich both taking one down. Here's Dizzy sitting right on the bomb, looking for info. 2 versus 2. So close here. Here comes Amit trying for the right click, but not going to happen. Streets and Dizzy both win their gunfights, and that's an 11-2. 2 rounds left. Mostly Harmless to make their debut victory in the Canadian Esports Championship Series.
That was really, really well done by Mostly Harmless, playing the map again, making people rotate, and then just pushing aside a pistol. So really well done by them. Got a good couple picks from CECS Playground on middle. Amit got a really nice pick there, but again, it's just drawing out rotations on this map is super important. Getting, you know, maps open and, you know, making the attackers breathe a little bit. Just making sure that, you know, you pretty much want to make the defenders play how you want to play by dragging them somewhere. So it's like a little game of chess on Icebox, which I really like.
Yeah, you know, the map definitely has potential. A couple more changes need to come through before I really love it, but Dizzy interrupting my waxing poetic there, and does manage to grab 2. You know, just with another aggressive play. Here comes the plant. It's already a 4 versus 3 in favor of the attackers. Streets sitting here with a ghost.
I think Amit knows.
Yeah, Amit has an idea of where Streets could be, but now Streets backs off away from that smoke, and Amit is going to take up that position. Trying to find more angles, but Amit goes down to Dizzy here. And Dizzy looks for another one. Has to
Last player standing.
That, but here's Rich on his own. Gets a headshot, looking for more. Now knows where the stage is. Will he know? There we go. Nice shot there by Rich, and the spike is very close to ticked down. I believe it's gone too far now, and you just got to go for another kill. Streets finishes it off. Another really close one, but on Mostly Harmless win. Pardon me. Wow. I just couldn't hold that one in. But 12-2 match point for Mostly Harmless, and like we said, they certainly were favored here, the reigning champs of the league. But once again, man, you know, just there is potential over on the side of CECS Playground, but they have definitely met their match in this game, and they'll have to take a look back at this demo and see what kind of things they can do to put a couple more rounds on the board here.
I mean, the only thing I would say to CECS Playground, just let the map open up more for you guys. You know, pushing a site and stacking 5 works sometimes, but you know, if you want to do that, you know, you need like a jet, you need a raise there to create some distance when you're doing it. But yeah, it's just, you know, take your time a little bit more. They got a plant so quick here, and it seems to be working out for them this time. So
yeah, so Streets does manage to grab that plant and grab a kill as well. There's Ongline, aggressive into back site, takes one down on the site as well. And there we go, look at that. Streets continuing to wreak havoc. There's 2 headshots. It's only Marco remaining, and gets taken down in the end. And so a pretty quick affair for Mostly Harmless. And CECS Playground will go down to our reigning champions. So